November last year. In 2020, my total net worth was $189,884. Now, on November 30, a few days ago, I had a net worth of $352,121, an increase of $162,237, or 85%. My name is Robin, and welcome to my channel, where I share my journey to financial freedom. So if you like these monthly updates, every month I make one of these updates, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So every month, somewhere around the first or second week of the month, I share all my numbers, including what investments I made, how much cash I have, how much money I earned, and how much money I spent. So it's like a nice little party. Nice little party we got going on here. You ready? Let's go. So I will start this video by showing my two brokerage accounts of Vanguard ETFs. So the brokerage account you see here is my regular and main account. I hold 3 different ETFs in this account, and the first one is the S&P 500 ETF, the second one is the Vanguard All World ETF, and the third one is the Emerging Markets ETF. So the account you see here is my second account. It's my retirement brokerage account, and I only hold the All World ETF in this account. So last year in November, I had $31,854 in an S&P 500 ETF and $156,835 in cash, totaling that $189,884. So around that time last year, I started to ramp up my monthly investments to around $12,000 per month because I learned that having too much percent of your total net worth in cash isn't the way to go. After all, the money in the bank doesn't earn anything. So last month, November, was my 14th month in a row of investing more than $10,000 every single month. So I focus so much on making more money and investing a big portion of my income because I want to do whatever I want, also known as financially free. So doing whatever I want is to a certain extent, of course. So although it might be fun to have 10, 50 or $100 million, these are not the numbers I'm aiming for. I would be really pleased when having a mere $2.5 million invested in various assets. And of course, I'm joking when saying a mere $2.5 million, since that's an incredibly high number in my opinion. And you probably already know this, but I go ahead and tell it anyway. So the idea of having $2.5 million invested is so I can subtract 2% of my investments every single year without running out of money. So a while back, I published a YouTube video where I went in depth on what formula I used to come up with that $2.5 million number. I'll leave a link to that YouTube video in the description below. So anyhow, let's go over my most recent numbers. So as of now, I'm 76% invested and I have 24% in cash. And you can also see the dollar number behind this percentage between the brackets over here. So how is this 76% invested? So last week I took the time to do the calculations and adding all these numbers together. And it took me quite some time. So if you want to give me a virtual pat on the back, just click the button, bro. Just slightly tap it. And my current situation is 80% stocks and 20% crypto. So again, you can also see the dollar number behind this percentage between the brackets over there. So then you might wonder, in what stocks and crypto do I invest my money? Well, I have 49% invested in the S&P 500, 16% in Bitcoin, 29% in the All World ETF, 3% in the Emerging Markets ETF, and 4% in Ethereum. And also nice to know is that I have 81% in Bitcoin of my total crypto assets. So zooming out, bird view, looking at the big picture of my total net worth, I have 15% in crypto, 24% in cash, and 61% in stocks. So just a quick little side story here. The first time I share my YouTube channel with someone, they always ask me why I publicly share all of these things. Typically, people are kind of secretive around their salary and all of that. You probably have friends or family that don't even want to share that with you as someone they know, let alone publicly on the internet. So why do I share all of this with everyone that wants to know? So, well, I believe sharing my journey to financial freedom and all of my experiences will help and motivate others to follow a similar path. I know it helps me when I hear others who are further along in their journey sharing tips and experiences. So if none would do that, I would not be here where I am today. So furthermore, if I'm honest with you, I also don't know what all the fuss is about being that secretive around your income and financials. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should put a billboard in front of your house saying how much you guys are making, but if someone is genuinely interested in how you do what you do, why wouldn't I take the time to explain and help that person? And I know, you didn't ask. You didn't ask anything, to be honest. But I'm going to say it anyway. I will now go over my last month's income and how much I spent in November 2021. So it's exciting, right? So, just so you know, if you aren't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do if you like this content. Because next month, January 2022, I'll share a new update with new numbers. So last month in November, I made $10,141. And I made this amount of money with my online business. And this might be out of the blue here, but my online business is that I have a website about training puppies. Yes, those nice little sweet animals, dogs. You know what a puppy is. Anyhow, that website receives tens of thousands of visitors each month. Somewhere around 50,000 a month or so. And on the website, I sell my 4 self-published books about puppies. You can see them over here. So I wrote these books myself by interviewing 30 well-known dog trainers. So these books are available on my website. So I also sell other products on the website, but most of my income comes from these books, selling these 4 self-published books. And I published these books back in 2017. And since 2018, it has fully sustained my lifestyle. So last month's profit margin of my business was 60%, meaning $6,062 of that $10,141 is the profit of what I made last month. So the biggest portion of my costs I have in my business is Google advertising, freelancers helping me run my business, product shipping costs, and software costs. So although this business fully sustains my current lifestyle and also allows me to save and invest a big portion of it every single month, I spend most of my time nowadays working on a new business or project, as I like to call it. And on a side note, that's the beauty of running an online business. So when you have it up and running, there are many tricks to automate the majority of the business, resulting in lots of free time for me, the owner. So although I don't have a boss or a manager following all my moves, I track every single minute of my working time because I want to know how I spend my time. So last month in November, I worked for 124 hours, and that's roughly 28 hours per week. So I spent the majority of my time on my new website, creatorag.com. So that's the new project I mentioned early on. So I started this website to share my marketing knowledge. So for example, in November, I published 2 new blog posts. So the first is an in-depth review of an email marketing software tool called MailerLite I use myself for my puppy training business. And you can see the 4,000 word blog post over here. It includes many images, GIFs, and a 30-minute YouTube video explaining every single thing. And that's the plan, publishing honest, in-depth reviews of software tools that I use as an entrepreneur myself. So the business case behind it is that the moment someone signs up for one of these tools I'm reviewing, I will receive a commission. Furthermore, I can make money with ads as well, if I have some decent following, of course. So my idea is that this new business or project, as I like to call it, makes a couple of $1,000s per month after 6 months or so. But it's a long-term business that genuinely interests me. So I don't care too much if it still doesn't make decent money after 6 months of work. I believe this project will eventually make me tens of thousands of dollars every single month, somewhere in the next 2 to 3 years, if I fully dedicate my time to it. But we'll see. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along. So again, I published 2 new blog posts on the website and 1 YouTube video on the YouTube channel in November last month. So I also spent quite a bit of time on this YouTube channel. I published 3 new videos in November 2021, so last month. One of the videos I discussed Vanguard's stock market predictions for the upcoming 10 years. One about whether money makes us happy, and one where I share my new strategy of opening a brokerage account to save money on my next tax bill. So if you don't have a retirement account yet, make sure to check out the video and also do some Google searching to find out whether it's beneficial for you, for your situation in your country, to open a retirement account. I don't plan to publish many new videos on this channel, on the Robin K channel. It's mainly just one video per month. So this video of me updating you on my journey to financial freedom and the projects I'm working on. So again, if you're still here, make sure to subscribe. So I also spent around 3.5 hours per week on my puppy training business. So every week we do 2 live sessions on YouTube, answering people's questions, and my job is to promote the live sessions. I mainly do that through my newsletters. I also try to post some fun stuff on the social media pages from time to time. And then lastly, there is my English puppy training business, and this business made me only a fraction of the amount of my Dutch PT business. It only made me $241 last month. So I gathered the information in those videos from my 4 books. And these videos are about crate training a puppy, puppy biting, and so forth. The idea of these videos is to promote the English books I have on Amazon. Then next up, I want to talk about my last month's investments and how much I personally spent. So I live with my girlfriend in a relatively cheap rental property and divide all the costs equally. So in total, including what I spent on personal stuff, my total cost for November was $1,132. So that's kind of low and pretty nice. So I can save a lot of my monthly income. So that $1,132, that's $474 for me on rent, gas, electricity, and taxes. $274 on groceries, and $384 I spent on personal stuff. So then I also deposited $13,046 of new money to my retirement brokerage account. And I bought 110 shares of the Vanguard All World ETF. So the reason for this specific and odd number, $13,046, is that this is the maximum amount I could contribute this year to my new retirement account. So besides new stock purchases, I have an automated Bitcoin purchase on Coinbase every single Friday. Every Friday I buy new Bitcoin. So in total I spent $907 on new Bitcoin purchases in November. So as explained before, I'm able to invest these numbers every single month because of my online business. And in this video over here, I'll explain everything about my career. Check it out. See you later. Subscribe to the channel. See you next month. If you have a question for me, let me know down below in the comments. I'll happy to answer all of them. Peace.